Gene Galin here with the Chatham Journal Chatham Chat List. I'm here with Neal Robbins, the new owner and publisher of the Chatham News and Record. We're here in Siler City at the Chatham Rabbit. We're just talking, and Neal, why'd you opt to purchase the Chatham News and Record?
Well, first, I'm happy to be in Chatham County and happy to be here in Siler City, just a few blocks from our headquarters office for the Chatham News and Record. And Gene, the short answer to why we bought the Chatham News and Record is it's a great newspaper, one of the oldest newspapers in North Carolina. We think it marries well with the North State Journal's kind of statewide mission, but on a local level. You've got a county that's one of the fastest growing counties in the state. It's in the heart of North Carolina. It's close to our research centers and our universities. And it's next door to my hometown, Asheboro. So I live in Randolph County, so it's right down the road. So geographically, it's a great fit. From a business standpoint, it's a great fit. We already have a thriving circulation of North State Journal readers here in Chatham County, so it's going to be an additive content element for us. So we're excited to bring the North State Journal brand of journalism, which is just the facts, report what happens from an objective standpoint, and let the readers decide what they think about it.
Why did you just decide to start the North State Journal? Because you started that how many years ago?
We started in 2016, first issue of North State Journal. And the North State Journal, and we've been saying it consistently since its founding, was created to fill a void in the media landscape in North Carolina. That every person in North Carolina needs to know what's happening in our state government. Everyone needs to know what's happening with our college and professional sports teams. Everyone needs to know what really awesome things are happening in our local communities, whether it be an ag festival in eastern North Carolina or a great trail, a new trail that's opening in the mountains. Everybody in all 100 counties from Murphy to Mania need to know about those things, and that's what North State Journal provides.
All right, and what kind of changes or what kind of improvements are you going to be making with the Chatham News and Record?
Well, and I think that's what I'm focused on, is how we can improve the Chatham News and Record. I think the previous team did a great job as one of the most awarded newspapers in North Carolina on an annual basis, one of the best weekly newspapers in the state. So we don't need to make a whole lot of changes in terms of that, because it's already an excellent publication. But what we think we're going to add to it is just an additional layer of coverage. And folks in the next few weeks in Chatham County are going to start seeing more pages in the Chatham News and Record. So they're going to see all that local content, that local sports, the local business coverage, local features, government coverage, and all the things you'd expect in your hometown newspaper, plus all of the state, national, and regional coverage that the North State Journal provides. So you're going to just see a bigger newspaper in terms of the number of pages. You're going to see some new reporters. We're hiring right now. So if you're an aspiring journalist or photographer and are looking for a job right here in Chatham County, we're looking to hire. And the same thing is with North State Journal. We're hiring several positions right now with North State Journal. So I think those are really what we're looking to make. Not really major changes. We're going to upgrade the business practices of the newspaper. We're going to make some improvements to the website. Hopefully that's going to have a lot more functionality. It's taken a long time to get their website where it is, and we're not going to solve it in the next few weeks, but over the course of the summer, before we get back into prep sports seasons, I think you'll see a dynamic change to the way the web is presented on the Chatham News and Record, and I think that'll be a major improvement for readers around the county.
So you're looking to make all these changes the next couple of months before August rolls around and school gets back, or school sports gets back into session?
To me, that's the ebb and flow of local journalism. Really is the school calendar. In the summertime, you've got county budgets and municipal budgets that are being passed, so there's a little bit more focus on government. But to me, the year of the newspaper starts when school gets back in session in August, kind of that Labor Day time frame, where everybody's hitting the football gridiron and folks are getting back into school and things like that. So that's to me, our transition period is from now until we get back into school. So I think you'll see gradual changes to the paper. A couple weeks ago, we rolled out a new nameplate to kind of modernize the way Chatham News and Record name is presented at the top of the newspaper. Little things like that, design elements. And we've got one of the best design newspapers in the world at the North State Journal, and our creative editor, Lauren Rose, is working her magic on Chatham News and Record. So I think you're only going to see improvements on that. You can see more color. Hopefully going to get a paper change here in the next few weeks. to get a little bit more brightness to the paper, so it's not so gray. So we'll see how those transitions go. But I'm excited about everything. I mean, this county's growing as fast as almost any county in the state, and one of the fastest in the Southeast. So lots of economic development, lots of job opportunities, lots of diversity in terms of the types of jobs that are available, from agriculture all the way to high tech, from transportation to the government. So I'm excited about everything that's going on in Chatham County. I've been excited to learn more about the area. It's a big county. It's the heart of North Carolina. It's easy to get to Chapel Hill and go visit my nieces who are all up in that area, either going to school or working there. So it's kind of bridges between Raleigh and home for me in terms of North State Journal being headquartered in Raleigh.
What's the most fun you've had being owner and publisher of the North State Journal? How many other papers do you, besides North State Journal? You've got Randolph?
So North State Journal has now 6 local editions.
Okay.
In addition to Chatham, we have Randolph, which is my home county. We have Stanley County, Albemarle area. We have Hope County, Rayford. We have Moore County, and then of course the North State Journal. And then we have Twin City Herald over in Forsyth County. And all of those kind of work as an ecosystem within the North State Journal. It's kind of a network of newspapers, and we're growing leaps and bounds. We're probably the fastest growing newspaper in the country.
What's been the most fun being owner and publisher of the North State Journal and the home editions?
Well, it's, I think part of it is North State Journal is able to be a part of the best things that happen in almost every community. So being able to really interface with local communities across North Carolina when they're at their best, when they're at their happiest, when they're doing the thing that makes their community what their community is, whether it be the Black Bear Festival in Eastern North Carolina, or the Highland Games, or the State Fair in Raleigh. Nothing like being in Raleigh during the State Fair and being able to be with the new food items that come out, or being with our college sports teams. Right now my alma mater, Wake Forest, is playing in the College World Series. North State Journal's probably covered more postseason events than any newspaper. Being able to be part of the NFL draft, being part of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, being at the Final Four, those types of things are all exciting as a publisher, to be able to have our resources to cover those things. So it's been an unbelievably fun experience to be the publisher of the North State Journal since 2016.
Last question.
Yeah.
You got an engineering degree from NC State, a law degree from Wake Forest. What said, Neal, you need to publish newspapers?
Well, and I also got my business degree at Wake Forest, and I think I combine all three of those into why the newspaper makes a lot of sense. First off, I might be contrary to the market, but I believe in print. I believe in the media. I believe in the power of the press in North Carolina as well as throughout the country. So it needed to be done. I saw a problem, and I'm trying to address it the best way that I know how, and that is if you don't like the coverage in terms of what newspapers are covering, the only way to fix that is to do it yourself. And so that's what I've been doing. And I think North State Journal covers topics and covers events and covers people and covers things that other newspapers don't cover or other media outlets can't cover. And so those are the things we really focus on. I think we do a really good job of it.
All right, you've got to run over to the Hispanic liaison, so let's just close this up. Specifics as to what people can expect over the next few weeks, next couple of months.
I think you can expect expanded coverage. We're going to really be focusing on government in Chatham County to make sure everyone, every community, every citizen has access to information about what their government is doing, whether that be local municipalities, county government, school boards, things like that. You're going to see a laser focus on making sure that stuff is covered extensively. And then I think you're going to see a lot of previews of fall sports for the teams that are going to be coming back in the fall. That's another thing that we'll focus on over the summer, is to make sure folks know when schedules get announced and maybe top prospects. I know we've got a prospect from Chatham County right now making big decisions at the Division I level.
Well, actually, you made that decision last night. He's going to Alabama.
Going to Alabama. So you'll see that type of coverage over the summer. But I don't see any major changes. I just see evolutionary improvement.
All right. Hey, Neal, thank you very much, folks. Neal Robbins, owner and publisher of the Chatham News and Record. Thanks, Neal.
Thank you.